Hey everyone, my name is Lori Soma, and I just wanted to say, hey, how are you? Today I want to talk to you about something that is really kind of interesting to me, because hiking is actually bringing my family together, which is so amazing in itself, and something that I would not have imagined would be something that we would be doing that would be bringing us together as a family. And I love it so much. I love it so much because number one that I love so much is that it's because like we're breaking through a myth. We really, really are. My husband and I are breaking through a myth that like plus size moms and dads can't be positive role models for their kids in terms of like physical activity. And I love breaking through that myth because it's such bullshit. It really is. You know, like usually, like a lot of times, and I will just be honest, a lot of times people see like, you know, a plus size mom and a plus size dad, and they think like, you know, that we're not being as active as we are, but we are. And we love hiking together. And I have a 13-year-old and an 11-year-old, and it is really, really hard. Like if you have teenagers and tweens, you know how hard it is to get them outside and get them doing something. And the beautiful thing is that going out hiking has actually brought them something that they enjoy. And it gets them outside. It gets them off the TV. I don't allow my kids to have phones, so they don't have phones, which is a good thing. But you know, they do, of course, they watch TV. They're so totally on this like Chad Wild Clay. They're like on the Game Master a lot. They're on like YouTube craziness. Hey, I'm sorry. If you were on here, go ahead and comment down below. I don't know who you are. I can't see it, but hi. But yeah, they are literally on YouTube watching the Game Master. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know if your kids do that too, if they watch the Game Master too, but they've been, hey Amanda. Oh, I saw you. Let me see. She says, we love to hike. Oh, Bryce Canyon. We want to go there. We want to go out west so bad. We want to go out west. Like out west is where we want to travel so badly and do so many different trails there. We live not too far from the Appalachian Trail. So in the next like year, within the next year, we're going to start looking up different places that we can hike, and we're going to hike on the Appalachian Trail, which I'm super, super excited about. And my kids are too. That's the coolest thing ever, is that my kids are excited about hiking the Appalachian Trail and hiking on different parts of the Appalachian Trail. Like 2 weekends ago, we went to this trail. It's called Hawk Falls Trail. I don't remember exactly. It was in Trail Run or something like that. It was in the Poconos. And it was a beautiful hike. It was a beautiful hike. It was like a mile in, a little bit more than a mile in, to where this beautiful, beautiful waterfall was. And so we like hiked, we climbed on the rocks, which that was hard. That was difficult. That was like, I needed to hold my husband's hand. I needed to hold onto the rocks. And my kids, you know, I was like, oh my God, my kids are gonna, like, I was like trying to take selfies and trying to take pictures and trying to keep them safe too. And I was like, okay, let's go. Like, I got so crazy, like worried, because it was a really, really, really rocky place near the waterfall, but it was beautiful too. So I was like having that balance of, oh my God, I'm so freaked out, and this is so beautiful. Let's do this, you know? So we hiked up all of the huge rocks, humongous rocks, and went onto the top of the waterfall and looked down, and it was so beautiful. And then we like kept hiking around, because we were like, well, there's people down there, because we were on top of the waterfall. And we saw people on the bottom of the waterfall. And I'm like, I want to get down there, you know? Hey, Cece, how are you? So I was like, I want to get down there. I want to get down to the bottom of the waterfall. So we found a place to go hiking. So we hiked more, and then we walked over, and I was just like, this is beautiful, but the rocks were really slippery. So I was just like, and so I made my family like get out into the water on these rocks. I'm like, come here, we're gonna take the best picture ever, right? And and like my kids were like, well, Logan, my youngest, she was all in, like she was just like all in. She's like climbing the rocks and falling all over the place. And so like my oldest, who's 13, Jennifer, and then my husband, they were kind of iffy on the rocks because the rocks were really, really wet. But I was just like, I want to get a picture here. We're gonna do this. So then my oldest, Jennifer, and my husband were saying, you know what? This is going to be really, really horrible when we go to the Grand Canyon because you're going to be over there taking selfies and like almost dying. I was just like, no, let's, before we go to the Grand Canyon, of course, I can't take that many selfies right up on the edge. I don't know why, but I'm going to want to. I know I am. Oh yeah, Cece, do you have places where you hike where you live? We just, you know what? We just absolutely enjoy hiking together. Actually, I was just at a park today, like walking around by myself. And I texted my husband. I was like, let's look up some trails to hike for this weekend. And he's like, yeah, let's do this. This is awesome. You were talking about how it's something that all four of us enjoy, And when you're a family, it's hard, especially when you have teenagers or you have tweens. It's hard to find things that Cece's like, yeah, try not to die. yeah, that's definitely the good thing that you try not to do when you're at the Grand Canyon, right? But I've already told my kids and my family, I'm like, okay, we're going to go hiking more often. We're going to like work out a little bit more because it's strenuous, right? It's strenuous. We got to get up to that level of Grand Canyon hiking because I want to hike like 10 miles. I want to like whatever. I was like, kids, we have to get into this mode of we're going to like build our stamina here, Because I mean, it was a 1 mile hike in and a 1 mile hike out. At Hawk Falls Trail 2 weeks ago, which wasn't that bad. I mean, it was good. And my kids were like, I want to hike more. I can do this that was the greatest thing ever. My kids said, I can do this all day. I mean, I felt so good at that moment because them saying, I want to hike more. I want to do this more. I want to stay here. I want to hike more. I want to do this all day. Was like the most beautiful thing that they could ever say because it's so hard these days, especially to get kids off the TV, off their computers and whatever they're doing, and to get out into nature, and to be a part of it, and to be a part of the family and to build those memories, that don't revolve around, TV or videos or like whatever. And it also helps us because I was disconnected. I wasn't scrolling Facebook, mindlessly all day long or scrolling Instagram mindlessly all day long. We were all in the moment together, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And so I just wanted to give that out to you there. And I'm really hoping that can inspire you that even if your family is not into it right now, like if you enjoy hiking or if you want to start hiking or anything like that, I can tell you at the very, very beginning of hiking with my family, my kids were not into it. They're like, oh, why do we have to do this? And at first it was like, why? Why do we need to walk? Why are we doing this? And then it started just being things that they knew we were doing. They knew on the weekends, this is what we're doing. This is where we're going. So, this is our time together to have fun together. So it might not be like they're all gung-ho and like, yay, right away. But if you continue doing it and they know, that this is going to be fun, right? If you make it fun, if you continue doing it, right, they're going to start understanding like, this is something that we're doing. This is a great thing to do together. I'm making great memories. I'm having fun. I'm seeing different things. We're going and traveling. We're doing all this fun stuff. So I hope that that gives you some inspiration and motivation to maybe do something with your family that you also find fun, in nature mostly. I'm really just giving you this little nudge. I don't know why I am, but I feel this nudge to tell you to get out in nature. Get out in nature and just get off your phone, disconnect for a little bit. It's so important that I know we're in this like time when we're always on our phone and always on this and always on that. And we're not being as present as we could be in the moment, right? So I hope that this message finds you. And yeah, so if you like hiking, I want to know your favorite trail. I really, really want to know your favorite trail that you have taken, just because I'd like to know. And I'm also looking for trails that we can do. So it's like a kind of, good thing for each other. And also if you put comments of like different trails that you've done, then you might actually inspire other people who are seeing those trails to actually go and visit those trails, or maybe people have done the same trails that you have too, so that you can bond in that way too. And that's always fun. It's always a good thing. So I hope you have an amazing day, and yeah, just let me know what trails you've hiked and what's your favorite one that you've hiked, down below. See ya.